Mortal Kombat XL has been out for quite a few years, but recently it was on sale for $6, I believe. So, a lot of new people picked it up. People that played fighting games before, maybe Injustice, maybe Soul Calibur, who have no idea what's going on in Mortal Kombat. So if you're interested in kind of getting above the couch warrior status, I decided to make 5 tips to help you get better. And Mortal Kombat XL was starting from the very basics, so let's get into it. The first tip is understanding armor. Armor gives you the chance to completely ignore, outside of damage, the properties of your opponent's attacks. There are variations to types of armor, but we're not going to go into that here. Special moves and interactables can be armored, so let's show you some examples. So we can set Scorpion to do his move Takeout, using the AI options as a wake-up move, and we will see that it has armor. I will try to hit him out of the attack, and you get the little ding sound to know that that move has armor. As you can see though, if I hit him on his life bar, he still takes some damage from the move. So it's not as much damage, I guess, but it's still damage. It's important to note that this move will not always be on wake-up armor. You'll have armor on this move all the time, so you can just kind of throw it out in the middle of a string, or to kind of counter an attack that you see someone is coming at. You can use it anywhere. It's just when you get knocked down, this is one of the moves that you can actually use that your opponent, if they attack you, will not, quote, stuff your attack or break your attack before they actually hit you. You can also meter burn interactables to give you armor as well. Most interactables will have multiple hits of armor to counter multiple hits from your opponent. So this is useful especially in the case of my character Quan Chi, who for example doesn't have a great wake-up attack, so has to rely on meter burning interactables to give him some sort of armor. Just a quick note on interactables, there's a whole bunch of different kinds of interactables. You can throw them. Oh, I still had him set to wake up. See the armor there. You can jump off them. The ones where you run off in the corner, actually you can hold down and the kick button on PlayStation is X, on Xbox is A. If you hold that, they'll do this little kick, and that will leave you at an advantage, which we'll get into later. It's a little bit more of a advanced topic, but something to keep in mind. To expand off tip number 1, tip number 2 is understanding your super meter. You don't get to armor for free. If you decide to use your armor, you're going to take a bar of meter.
How unfortunate.
Meter burn special moves only use 1 bar of meter, so you don't have to worry about too much, because you have 3 in total, and you build more super meter by doing special attacks. Special attacks being blocked get you extra super meter, and also block strings on block will get you even more super meter. So I'm going to do a block string into a special move, and if you watch my meter in the bottom left, you'll see how much meter I gain. So build about a quarter of a bar of meter by doing a little string into a special move. It's really important in this game, so make sure that you use it wisely. If you have 2 bars of your super meter, you can do what's called a breaker, which gets you out of a combo for free. So I'm going to hit Scorpion here if you watch his meter in the corner. Does a breaker, and now he only has 1 bar from his previous 3. This is super important, but you also have to know when to use it. Sometimes it's best to just lose a round and save your meter to know that you can do more damage with it in the future. And if you have 3 bars, you can do your super attack or X-ray, which will take your entire meter and give you just basically like a combo for free. So it does 32%. So just to balance that out, I'm going to do a 1 bar combo with a 1 super move, or sorry, 1 meter burn special move, just to see what the damage is. So our X-ray, for example, did 32%. Keep in mind that X-rays do have super armor, which means it can't be broken, and they're usually pretty darn fast. So that is in, if you know that the combo will actually kill somebody, you can definitely use it there. But if not, here's an example of 1 combo using 1 bar of meter, as opposed to using all 3 for your super meter. So for using 1 bar instead of my 3 bars, I was able to do a bigger combo just by using 1 meter burn special move in the middle, or enhanced special move in the middle, as opposed to my 32% that used all 3 bars. So you need to weigh that out, whether it's useful to use your 3 bars to actually use your armor, or whether it's useful to wait and use 1 bar for a combo that can do even more damage. The third tip is to experiment in practice mode. Practice mode has so many options that are way above any other fighting game. You can change the amount of super bars that you have to start off with just to see how much meter you build. You can change your energy meter, which we'll get into in a second. You can go to AI options and have them reverse something. So for example, if I do a punch, I can see if I have time to follow it up with anything else. In this case, I don't. You can also actually record what they do by going to record AI. And that can record Scorpion teabagging me because that's just what most scorpions do. It feels really bad, man. I kind of see why you do it. There's tons of options in practice mode. I definitely want you to kind of play around with them. I'm sorry, it's hard to concentrate with Scorpion, but that's this tip. You go in there, play around with stuff. You can also use it to find out what your armored move is. Let's get to the next tip before I just pee myself. The next tip is the stamina meter, and you will see that right below your health bar. Usually there's a little thing there that will tell you when you can use an interactable. I switched to Scorpion for this one because it makes sense. So using an interactable will take 1 bar of your stamina meter. Your stamina meter will also control how far you can run. So you can run a little bit, kill a little bit of your stamina meter, and then it comes back. You can run a lot. Take up your whole stamina meter. The reason I switched to Scorpion is because he can actually run cancel his fireballs, which is down back 1, down back square, down back X on Xbox? I can't remember. By pressing down back and then forward, he can cancel out of his fireball movement. So maybe you're trying to fake somebody out. Oh, I'm going to throw a fireball. Nope, I'm definitely not. Keep in mind that will take down a stamina meter just a little bit. You can run at your opponent, but keep in mind if you get hit out of a run, you will lose your entire stamina meter. Look at that, my entire stamina meter is gone just because I got hit during a run. You'll also need your stamina meter to break. So if you want to use a break attack, you need your stamina meter to do so. If you don't have any stamina, you cannot break a move. Let's experiment that and try and show that right now. You'll see when I was trying to break that attack, my stamina meter went all red, which means I can't break an attack because I don't have any stamina. A breaker kills both people's stamina meter. Keep that in mind as well. Are you willing to give up all your stamina and the stamina of your opponent just to break an attack? So all this stuff is really important because now you have 3 different bars to manage. Your life bar, your super meter, and your stamina meter, and all of them are linked together. So make your decisions wisely, my friend. And the last one is frame data. And this is probably the most important one, but I can guarantee you that this will get you off your couch warrior status and way too deep into fighting games that you may or may not want. So this may not be something you kind of want to go into if you want to understand how the game works at a different level than just doing special moves and combos and hoping for the best. This is definitely what you want to do. I'm not going to talk about it right now, but I will link a card up in the top right hand corner of this video. Should pop up somewhere along there where I go into depth to explain this. Basically, when you go to your moves list and you see the startup, active, recover, block advantage, hit advantage, that kind of thing, understanding what all of those mean is super important, and it's where you go from a casual to more of a, I don't know, I want to say amateur, and then you go on to a pro. So you can kind of get caught up in a little vortex here of fighting games that maybe you didn't expect when you got the game, or maybe you're already familiar with it, whatnot. Either way, it's there for you if you need it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's any tips or anything about this game that you'd like me to make a video about, leave it in the comments down below. And if you enjoy this video, please leave a like, because it really helps me out, and subscribe because we make new videos every single day. Hashtag Bonox, all that stuff. And we will see all you guys in the next video.
Accept your death.